And I'll give you a great example, right? So a few months ago, the U.S. government overthrew the democratically elected government of Bangladesh. There was a prime minister named Sheikh Hasina who was at war with the Clintons and the Bidens. Hillary Clinton threatened her son with an IRS audit when he was living here in the U.S. When her government was toppled, she was replaced by a Clinton Global Initiative fellow. She resoundingly won her election in Bangladesh in 2018. And when that happened, the International Republican Institute, which is the Republican branch of the National Endowment for Democracy. The National Endowment for Democracy is the operations arm of USAID. You can think of it that way. USAID is the money spigot. NED is the operations arm, effectively. NED was created after USAID's published a committee letter in 1982 calling for it essentially as a USAID support arm. And so this is the Republican wing of USAID, the Republican wing of NED. And in 2018, and after the Bangladeshi prime minister they wanted to topple won overwhelmingly in the election, IRI, the International Republican Institute, did what they call a baseline assessment. That's the technical term for this, to the State Department, analyzing what could be done in order to win the next election against the Bangladeshi prime minister, and what they calculated on the basis of conducting a baseline assessment of all of the religious institutions in Bangladesh, the racial institutions, the gender composition, the demographics, is that the people who hated the government the most in Bangladesh, that would be most important to pump up, were LGBT groups, two ethnic minority groups, and young people and student groups who primarily listen to rap music. So what did IRI turn around and do? They funded transgender dance festivals. They funded Bangladeshi rap groups. They even helped produce their music video, their rap music videos, and they funded basically ethnic identity woke events for the racial minority groups, so that they all were swimming in millions of dollars to play with, and were on the financial pay of USAID to take to the streets and riot, and that was successful. They did overthrow that government. Those street protests were covered very favorably by USAID Mockingbird media. But the point I'm getting at is that was not the Republican Party being woke when they were funding transgender dance festivals in Bangladesh. That was a cold, calculated statecraft decision to capacity build their assets in the gay and transgender community there. And you see the same thing around the world.